Hey, what's going on YouTube? I've got an announcement. We have a Discord server now. So in the Discord, I'll leave it in the description. It's just kind of a discussion channel for this community to kind of get together and talk about whatever you're working on. Maybe you want to share something, meet new friends, learn how to flip currency or do other currency methods, whatever you're feeling. Yeah, so I'll leave that below, and you can join if you want to take part in the community. I'll also be doing voting on videos, etc., etc. So yeah, come take a look. All right, today I'm going to be going over how I made a big chunk of my currency doing Crucible crafting. Something that people probably haven't noticed, or that a lot of people haven't noticed, is there's a lot of money to be had in the crafting Crucible tree area, as long as you're crafting the correct items or items that people are interested in. So I have a top 5 list of best Crucible trees to be working on, and how you don't even have to craft the explicits on the item and still make a fortune off of these. So in the number 5 position, we have a Sandbar Scepter for the Spectral Shield Throw build, and this is a Node 1 adds 2 to 6 Fizz damage with 15% Fizz converted to cold. Node 2 is minus 3% crit strike chance, which is local to the weapon, which is why we use that, and we get a free 60% increased global crit multi for it. And then we have supported by level 10 life tap as our third node, because there's a lot of reserving going on in the build, and it's very hard for special shield throw builds to have enough mana to cast things like their mark on hit, so we have life tap. Node 4 we have Rampage, and Node 5 we have Shield Charge and Chain Hook have plus 2% attack speed per 10 Rampage kills. Since most of the builds have the Spectral Shield Throw 5th node on their shield, we do this node on the Sandbar Scepter. In our number 4 slot, we have plus 2 arrow spine bow, so a fractured plus 2 arrow spine bow, and we get adds 11 to 26 Fizz damage as our first node. Second node is 30% increased attack speed and 15% less global damage. Node 3 is 15% increased explicit Fizz and Chaos damage modifier magnitudes. Node 4 is Rampage, and Node 5 is Trigger level 20 Tornado. This is probably the most commonly known Crucible Tree craft, and therefore the amount of currency you make off this Crucible Tree craft has been a bit skewed, but the bases are also cheaper because Rampage on bows has been duplicated so many times, so it is something that you can do with confidence that there will be enough bases to craft the trees. And now this is where we start to get into the big money in our top 3, and that's because they are chance bases. So the only way to get these specific uniques is to make the tree on a base and then chance it. Now, the cool thing is you don't have to actually chance these yourself to make a huge profit off of these, because you can split your base when you're done crafting. So in our number 3 spot, we have Void Battery Prophecy Wand with Node 1 20% increased spell damage and 10% increased max energy shield. Node 2 is minus 3% crit chance with plus 60% global crit multi. Node 3 is Culling Strike against marked enemies. Node 4 is plus 1 to max power charges. And Node 5 is Arc Lightning / Crackling Lance, 5th node. So the Void Battery has a huge upside on value for nothing except for doing the tree itself. So say the tree costs you about 150 div. What you can then do is split the base and then sell each base for 150 div, and you've doubled what your investment is. A good rule of thumb is whatever you end up spending on the base, you split the base and then price both of those bases at that price that you spent. That way you can get the amount of money you put in times 2. So it's always a profit that way. And tried and tested, they do sell. They take a little while to sell, but they will sell, and they sell at a high margin, so it's very lucrative. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Emperor's Vigilant Steel Kite Shield. So we do a Steel Kite Shield base, and we do plus 40 to maximum energy shield with 25% reduced energy shield recharge rate as the first node. Second node is 60% increased armor, evasion, and energy shield with reduced max life or reduced block chance. It's about 50-50 split on what you prefer, so It really comes down to what you prefer as a crafter. Do your research on what you think will sell best at the time. So yeah, node 3 we have 15% increased explicit defense modifier magnitudes. Node 4 is 100% chance to avoid being shocked, and 20% chance to be frozen. This is for Storm Shroud users. This is for the Trickster or Champion version of the build. But there is also a version where you cannot do the chance to be shocked, or a chance to avoid being shocked, and instead do the +1 to max frenzy charge, which is a Raider shield. Although people are less playing that version of the build, so it's going to sell slower, it will sell for more, so it's up to you. You can also just sell the base at twice. Once again, you split the base and then you sell each base for what you paid. Node 5 is the Spectral Shield Throw Lightning Conversion node that I had talked about earlier. Very good node. Some people prefer to do the Lightning Conversion version instead. Now, the Emperor's Vigilance Steel Kite Shield, I've done these a few times, and they do sell quickly, and they sell for a lot. I've sold these bases for, 150 div each, and I've put 150 div in. Of course, the price of Krashix at the time, the Krashix Chimerals were like 1.8 div, 1.8 to 2 div. Now they're around 2.5. So, price it up if you need to. Raise the price, whatever you want to do. Compete with the market. Again, do your research. You can also opt into chancing these yourself and potentially get even more profit off of them. You can sell one split copy. You can also chance the other copy and sell one chanced and one other half that has not been chanced. If you spend 100 div on chance and scours and it turns into a unique, you've made probably about 100 extra div profit on that item. So you can chance them if you want. I have noticed that the bases sell faster than the chanced shields themselves, so something to think about. And coming in at our number 1 slot is Aegis Aurora Champion Kite Shield with node 1 plus 40 to maximum energy shield with 25% reduced mana regen rate. Node 2 being plus 4 to max cold resistance and minus 2 to max any other elemental resistance. It can be lightning or fire, doesn't matter. Node 3 is 100% chance to avoid being shocked with 20% chance to be frozen. For the Storm Shroud, of course, plus 1 to maximum power charge is on our 4th node. And then node 5 is Ice Spear and Ball, Lightning, Fire in a Circle. These are the ones I spent the most time crafting and are the most lucrative. I will spend, say, 120 to 130 div for these bases, and then I would sell each base for 180 div. So a very large marginal price. And then also you can chance them and sell them each for a mirror. So yeah, very, very, very lucrative. Of course, I'm bringing this strategy to light. It could dim the market for a little while, but it is also a lot of work. So I'm not sure how many people are too keen on doing it. It's also got a high bar of entry for investment, but it is very worth it. So yeah, that's kind of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a thing or two about how these 5 Crucible Tree crafts could make you a truckload of money. For reference, I've made probably 4 mirrors, maybe 3 or 4 mirrors doing this strategy. So very, very lucrative. Of course, it can take you, all day long just to get one of these bases done. But even if you spend 8 hours crafting one of these bases and you sell the base for 150 div, if we do the math, 150 div divided by 8 hours is an 18 div per hour strategy. Now, of course, you can spend less time if you're faster or luckier. It could take you 5 hours. It could take you 6 hours. But at the average time of 7 hours, it's about a 20 div per hour strategy. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Not a whole lot of you guys that watch are subscribed. I come out with these videos all the time, and I hope you enjoy. All right, I'll see you later. Hey guys, I just wanted to add this to the end of the video. If you go into TFT, there is a channel called Crucible Trees Want to Buy, If you go into there, you can find a lot of people overpaying for very highly specific Crucible trees. This is another lucrative profiting method. What you can do is simply find one you think you can make that looks like it's paying a decent rate and make it for them and then sell it to them. You can message them ahead of time and say, hey, I'm going to craft this for you just to let you know at the price you requested. I'll have it done in a few hours. And they'll say, all right, cool, see you soon, you know, and then you can go and craft it yourself and make a a profit based on what they're paying. So yeah, I just wanted to add that to the end of the video. All right, see ya.